Hey guys, what's up? It's Eclipse here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the new Dark Troop possibilities in Clash of Clans. So if you guys are unaware, Jonas, who is like a big part of Supercell, he basically confirmed that we're going to be getting a new Dark Elixir troop pretty soon, and this new Dark Elixir troop is based off of a troop in Clash Royale. So I'll play that audio clip on the screen now, and I'll be back once that is over.
But one interesting thing to note might be that the next troop that's coming out for Clash of Clans actually has been inspired by an old troop that was in one of the early versions of Clash Royale. So
I actually went through all of the troops in Clash Royale, and I picked out quite a few on which I think can be new potential Dark troops. So I will just be putting some of those examples on the screen now, going through each of those, and I'll be explaining why each of these would be a cool troop to introduce into the game. Now please do keep in mind, all of these troops which I will be showing will not be coming into Clash. However, there is hope that one of these, maybe one of these troops, we will be seeing in the future, but of course this is all speculation, so none of this stuff is confirmed. Now if you guys do go to enjoy the video and you think these troops are pretty cool and epic, please give the video a like down below, and of course if you think everything I mentioned in this video is stupid, then feel free to give the video a dislike. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So right now in Clash of Clans, we have quite a few Dark Elixir troops. We have two defensive ground troops, which are the Golems and the Hog Riders. We have a few air troops, which are the Minions and the Lava Hound. And then of course we have the Witches and the Valkyries, which attack anything. Now my guess for the new Dark Troop is going to be a ground troop that attacks anything, whether it's by shooting it like an archer or manually physically attacking it like a barbarian. Coming into troop number 1, we have the Giant Skeleton. Now, I believe this Giant Skeleton would be defensive oriented, and I think would be cheaper than a Golem, however, a lot stronger than a Giant. So if you're trying to get deep into a base and you don't have room for Golems, maybe make one or two of these things, and it would be a lot better than using Giants. And just look at this thing, it looks absolutely sick. It has a cool little hat on, and I picture this thing to be a complete tank and beast, and I could easily see this coming into Clash. The next troop we will be seeing are baby dragons. So these are like minions but extremely stronger, and I think they would take a bit more time. The only problem I see with these is that it is kind of ugly and it doesn't look too much like a dark troop. If you look at his mouth, he looks super happy, and a majority of the dark troops in Clash tend to look kind of evil or upset or mean. If you've ever seen the look on the Valkyrie's face, she just looks extremely upset or something. Maybe it's her time of the month, I don't know, but I'm just saying this guy looks a bit too happy to be a dark troop. Moving on to troop number 3 is the Mini Pekka. Now we all know that the regular Pekka does not cause Dark Elixir to train, but that doesn't mean that this little guy can't cause Dark Elixir. Now I think this guy can be maybe 1/3 the damage of a regular Pekka, and he could be very useful for like mini force armies, or of course if you don't have enough room to carry a regular Pekka. The next troop I have is something which I would really want to see, and this is probably my favorite thing in this entire video, but this is the Goblin Barrel. Now if you do not know what this does, you basically can just shoot this anywhere in the village, and when the barrel lands, a group of goblins will come out. Now I think this would be awesome, because if you can imagine just spamming these all on a gold storage, or maybe freezing everything in the corn, launching these all at the town hall, I just think this would be a pretty epic troop to use, and I think this can actually benefit all players, whether high ranked or low. Now the next troop is another variation of goblins, and these are the spare goblins. So unlike regular goblins, I assume these would still attack storages. However, I think these would be able to shoot over walls. Now these can be a lot more useful since goblins tend to rush into base and die. These spare goblins can stay a bit back, throw spares over the walls, and of course they can stay alive longer and get you more loot without dying as fast. The 6th troop I have for you guys is the Prince. So this Prince is very similar to the Hog Rider, however when he charges up he does 2 times his damage, and I think this guy would attack any building, unlike Hog Riders who only go for defensive targets. So this guy can be pretty useful. I think he can go straight through cores, just rip up bases, and of course this guy, I don't think he looks too much like a dark troop. However, I thought I would mention him because he is just such a badass. The 7th troop I have for you guys is my second favorite troop in this countdown, and this is the Bomber. So the Bomber basically hurls these big ass bombs at buildings, destroys them, does work. Now I think this can attack any target like a barbarian or an archer, or my other theory would be maybe this can act as a wall breaker that doesn't suicide bomb, and maybe just keeps throwing bombs at walls, and maybe destroy multiple walls in one lifetime without having to kill itself while breaking a wall. Now hopefully that made sense, but if it did, I think this would be pretty OP because you wouldn't need as much earthquake spells or stuff like that. If you can keep this guy alive, he can destroy bases. Now the final troop I have in this countdown is the Musketeer. Now I think this would be more like an advanced archer. Of course there are no guns in Clash as we are all aware. However, I think this would do great damage compared to an archer, maybe have better range, similar range to the archer queen maybe, but the Musketeer is a beast. It can just snipe buildings, it does a whole bunch of damage, and I'd be super excited if this was in Clash as well. That is all I do have for today's video. If you guys have any troops of your own which you would like to see in this new update, let me know those down in the comment section below. Now that I have all of these troops covered, if you thought any of these were cool, give the video a like below, and if you thought everything was stupid, then feel free to give the video a dislike. So this has been Eclipse. Hopefully you all did enjoy this speculation video. I personally am having a whole bunch of fun with Clash Royale, and if you haven't played it yet, I did make a tutorial the other day how to get it in any country, so if you haven't seen that yet, I'll put a link to that video down in the description below. So again guys, this has been Eclipse. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and peace out.